just want to talk a second about the situation that's happening in D.C. right now. The Democrats are on the run. Yeah. They are hitting the panic button, and this is thanks to your hard work. You know, every day I will get lots of disparate emails from readers and viewers. I can't get through. I can't get through the lines. Nobody's listening to me. Oh, yes, they are. Yeah. You know that Tea Party refrain, can they hear us now? They hear you now. Yeah. They hear you. No amendments were voted on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Harry Reid had to cancel his New Orleans fundraiser that he wanted to. Up even more, and I know you're balancing a lot with your family and the holidays and school time and Christmas plays, but you got to make the time to do it because it's working and it's paying off, and they are on the run, and we're going to play beat the clock with them. They've set this Christmas deadline, but they know between all the cloture votes that have to be scheduled that the timeline does not look good to them. Now, and that is why our focus has to shift now to the Republicans. Yep. Because there are too many capitulationists who want to roll along, go in with all the, let's just do the procedural thing and add the amendments and try to fix it and make it better. No! Yeah. Kill the bill! White House that needs to hear you. It's the Republican leadership. They need to fight. They cannot roll over. They cannot get along anymore. And if they don't hear that message, they will hear it during the election cycle in 2010 and 2012. And you make sure they hear you. I have been so inspired as I've traveled across the country and met people who are running for office at the local, state, and federal level. I also hear this, and this is very important. I have a new feature on my blog over the last couple of months. It's called RNC Solicitation Rejection of the Day. Because people have realized, especially after that special election in the New York 23, which I know you all know about, that it is waste of your money to give it to a Republican Party organization that's going to then funnel it to our worst enemies. What are we doing if we elect Republicans that then funnel hard-earned conservative money to people who are going to use it to advance the ACORN SEIU agenda? There's a word for this. It's called suicide. It's a death wish that I do not share, and I know that you do not share. And there are far too many so-called leaders in Washington, D.C. who think that their job is to go and say things in dulcet tones so that they can get invited to the next salon, Christmas party, Beltway cocktail circuit, or another appearance on The View where they'll get rolled over on. Now, some of you may have seen that I had an opportunity to go on The View earlier this summer, and I was not going to let that happen to me. And I think that this is quite a learning experience, because if you simply stand up and not let these people shut up, they have nothing left. In the end, after my appearance, when I talked about culture of corruption, the argument was no longer about whether Obama was corrupt, but how corrupt he was. And you know you've won the argument when Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg are silent. Yeah. culture of corruption, I come to an important conclusion, and this is something that transcends party lines. And that is, yes, we should do that too, and that was part of one of the financial bills, unfortunately, that the rest of it passed. But the conclusion I came to is that when government grows, corruption flows. And it doesn't matter if there's a radical Marxist liberal in the White House or a big government Republican. And sadly, the Republican Party is not going to get back into power, win back its credibility and your and my support until it acknowledges that the last 8 years saw a paving of the way for what we are seeing now. In so many ways, the Bush administration pre-socialized the economy for Barack Obama and handed it to him on a silver platter. We need Republicans who are not merely going to be opportunists and glommers onto and coattail riders on the Tea Party movement. Right. Which is why in so many ways when people ask me who are our next leaders, I don't look to Washington. I look to you. Yeah.